The final budget debate for this parliamentary term completed in the lower chamber as parliamentarians gave their nod of approval before sending it to the Senate. Good evening, everyone. I'm Charisma Robinson.
And good Thursday evening, Bahamas. I'm Altaviz Manning. Thanks so much for joining us. The marathon session went into the early morning hours to ensure that all fiscal measures are in place for the start of the July 1st budget year. House members began reviewing and agreeing to the 74 heads of the 2016-2017 budget at 4 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. That process lasted for 11 hours and 30 minutes. That means the 2016-2017 budget passed right around 3:30 Thursday morning in the House of Assembly. Opposition members combed each line of the budget and asked government specific questions on particular allocations. Once that was done, a bill to amend the tariff, excise, stamp, value-added tax, customs management, financial administration and audit acts, among others, were read. This budget, which starts the 2016-2017 fiscal year on July 1st, is the Christie administration's final economic report for this term in office. Minister of State for Finance, Michael Halkitis, listed some of the reasons why it's so significant.
We have been able to put the government finances on a more secure footing. We have reduced the deficit from the time we came into office. Our plans are bearing fruit. We're moving in the right direction. And so the government is equipped now to move ahead with more of its plans, particularly the whole issue that came up during the debate was the issue of youth unemployment. And we've been able to put in $20 million for a youth apprenticeship and training program that we will be able to move aggressively to implement other programs in terms of, for example, strengthening of the primary healthcare system in a move to national health insurance, investments in schools. You've seen that we're ready now to move forward with some of the schools in the Family Islands, Grand Bahama, etc. We've put the finances on the right track, and I think the future is bright. There's some work to be done in terms of promoting economic growth. That will be the real engine that will really solidify finances. But I think the story is that we're moving in the right direction.
Now, while the end of the budget debate can be described as a marathon House session, State Minister Halkitis explained it's a mandatory part of parliamentary tradition.
There are provisions for a lot of this work to be done. It's what we call is head by head, and the committee said it should be done by a finance committee where the opposition can get answers to these questions in advance of coming here, and that is something we need to look at. But it's part of the practice. It lends to the transparency, and some people who say that they don't know what's in the budget or they don't know what the money going. You see that we've just spent 12 hours here in Parliament going over every single line of what has been allocated, what has been spent, if there was an overage, why there was an overage, if there was a shortfall in the spending, why it was. And so it tends to be tedious, but on the other hand, it gives people an opportunity to see the Parliament in action. But this gives the opposition an opportunity to really hold the government's feet to the fire, so to speak. And so it's a part of the democratic process.